Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'll start off with talking about the weather last night. Our temperatures didn't get out of the 60s overnight, which I'm not complaining about at all. You know, this is North Texas or Central Texas, and after having almost 6 months of winter-like weather, yeah, I'm not complaining at all. Now I'll be complaining whenever it's the lows at night would be in the 90s, and in the daytime it's in the hundreds and 110s. Yeah, I'll be complaining then. But right now, no, not at all. But yeah, it's great. Really feels good not to have that heater on. Oh, and there's more humidity now. There's not like, oh my goodness, that was bad without any hardly any humidity. Of course, it wasn't zero, but yeah. Okay, oh my goodness, there's something, a skunk must have died. Okay, anyway. Real life happens, that's so true, real life happens, even in the middle of a video. But one of the things I want to talk about is what I've kind of been talking about along the way, but I have been watching what's going on since YouTube did a video about the change. I don't think you'd call it a change in the community guidelines, but that they're enforcing it in a different way with the strikes and all that. I've been watching, reading all that and watching videos that people put out, the other content creators, what they've put out and how they feel about it. I've not watched all of them, and the ones I watch, I don't watch the whole video. But, and then all the different things that have happened since then. And, I've watched some of them and read them. And I've kind of been lately studying more because I see that sometimes people, well, it's kind of normal, not really normal, but it happens that people read what they want to read and hear what they want to hear. They see in it what they want to see in it and kind of skip over, some things. Of course, that's not everybody. Some people are complaining about being demonetized. And some of them, it's not just videos, it's the whole channel. They get out of the partner program, YouTube partner program. Yeah. And they're complaining about that, or that their comments have been turned off for, various reasons. If you've been keeping up with any of this, you know what I'm talking about. Sure. And some of it that I've seen spoke about things like repetitious content. And I know that one of my channels, I read a little bit up on it, and I know that one of my channels could possibly fit into that. I need to do a little diversity. It needs to change up a little bit. Not the same kind of thing over and over. But it is. And that was one of the things I disliked from the start, was, that anything that was just staying on one topic or one kind of video, no, that's not. I felt like that from 4.5 years ago when I started it. It's not a good thing. It wasn't a good thing for me because I'm not just one thing, So that kind of topic can go in another video. This one is more about what they consider as spam, scam, or something else. I need to wait until I stop because I'm using going to use my iPad, and what I looked up, and to reference that, it's on Google, a website on Google, support.google.com. Now, I don't know how you would look it up, but that was on my iPad. I looked things up differently on, my desktop or my Android. But it's under the community guidelines, YouTube community guidelines. Maybe you can search for that, and you find it on whatever you're using. Yes, it is under support.google.com, Help Center, Spam, Deceptive Practices, and Scams Policies. Okay. And part of it, under it says, what this means for you, there is a, under examples, I'm sorry. The title of that section is examples. It says, making exaggerated promises such as, see, now there's the such as. What follows after that, these are only examples. And I think some people, they just read what is after the such as, say, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any of those. These are only examples. Okay, there could be more. And even after that, it does, after the rest of that sentence, it does say, please remember these are just some examples. And don't post content if you think it might violate this policy. Okay? So, the rest of that, after the such as, okay, well, let's start with making exaggerated promises. What does that mean to you? I know what it means to me. Okay, making exaggerated promises. When you make a promise you can't keep, and to me that includes things like, I could be wrong, like if you say 10 ways to be successful at, okay, and they're saying if you follow these rules, then you'll be successful at whatever it is, whatever you're watching. That's an exaggerated promise. Nobody can tell you, okay, here's 5 ways for this, or here's 8 ways to do this, along that line, and that it actually works out that way. You're successful. One size doesn't fit all. But some people do, like, in this channel, mine is about, some of it, narcissism, or was. I'm kind of changing in that. Nobody can say 10 ways to get a narcissist out of your life, and that actually works. Those 10 ways, within the law. No, nobody can say that, and that's an exaggerated promise to me. To get back to it, making exaggerated promises such as claims that users can get rich quickly, or that a miracle treatment can cure a chronic illness such as cancer. Okay, those are just examples. Okay, anybody, to me, when I first started studying this, I feel like I'm studying like a student. Memory is different, though. Memorizing anything is a bit different now. But people would say, if you do this diet or this exercise and or both, that you're guaranteed success to this, to do whatever your goal is. Nobody can guarantee that. Nobody can make that kind of promise. It's not a promise anybody can keep. But it might draw people in to watch more and more and more of that, because they want to be successful at whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? One of them. Another example, remember, these are just examples. It says, trying to abuse our search and recommendation algorithms by filling a video's title, description, or tags with terms or names, in parentheses it says, such as names of celebrities, okay, that are unrelated to the video. Now that happens. Oh yes, it happens. I've seen that many times. Just to get attention. It's a clickbait. Okay, yeah, clickbait's bad. Now I want to go back up the page a little bit under what this means for you. There is this one about repetitive comments that I kind of mentioned earlier. And it says leaving large amount of identical, untargeted, or repetitive comments. Now, I have seen this on my original channel. There were people who would just come in, and that's back when I could see. They would come in and look at my video for just like a few seconds, and they would write TFS, and then that was it. Every video. That was just to get attention. TFS means thanks for sharing. Yeah, they weren't watching the video. They were just trying to, promote, their own channel. That's the way I saw it. They were trying to promote their own channel. They just go from video. It's spam. That's how I always saw it, was spam. Or you would just get, they were saying, oh, I love watching your channel. Please come and visit mine. I've subscribed, and you might know how many, subscribers you have, and they haven't subscribed. You might be a really small channel. No. A little later, yeah. I've seen things, other kinds of things too. I've seen people they're being rebellious, such as when this first came out about the community, strikes system, new way they're going to do it. I keep saying today. Sometimes it's and now it's Sometimes it's both. But people have said things. I've seen people say things or heard people say things like, Well, they didn't send it to me in email. Now, that's as if they think that because they didn't receive this in email, therefore it's null and void. No, it's not null and void. Yeah, and why would they have to send it to you in email? Do you have a contract that states that? Yeah, no, you don't. At least I never had one. But also people who are being rebellious and saying that I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, even though they've been warned, they're going to continue. And that they fight, say that the freedom of speech, well, this is a corporation and they have their own sets of rules, and plus, I don't make the laws, but you can't say everything that you think you can without consequences. So, yeah, that's just how it is. But I've seen people say that, like rebels, that they're just going to do it anyway. They're just going to continue. And that YouTube is at fault. No, YouTube has its rules, and you need to read them. Really, people need to read those. Really read them. And one other thing about this, what I've also seen, and they were demonetized, is like if you were to say here, basically trying to tell people this is how you diagnose yourself with a mental disorder. Okay, first of all, you shouldn't be diagnosing yourself for a mental disorder. I've done it. I've said, oh, I think I had this. But no, CPTSD. No, I can't diagnose myself. The only person who can diagnose you is an actual qualified counselor, whatever it is, wherever you live, that's licensed by the state or the governing body for that, to be able to diagnose. But they would put up, this is how you can tell if you have this is how you can, there's no qualifications there, and plus you just can't. That is just something that should not be done. Even attempted to say, this is how you diagnose yourself. That's like saying, this is how you diagnose yourself with whether you need surgery or not. No. Really, I don't know. This is all my opinions. I could be wrong. Read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. But I seriously doubt, and I can see why, advertisers wouldn't want to be associated with something like that. Like I said, this is my opinion, because it's kind of deceptive. That's my opinion, again. To say as though this is all it takes for you to diagnose yourself with some kind of disorder or some kind of mental or physical health issue. Yeah. Or how to improve on it. How to change it, how to be successful. I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment below. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share on your own social media if you would. And I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.